Cool. We're live and direct. Hey, how we doing here? We're just with Maggie and Dr. Ego for the 10K in 10-day challenge. And yeah, so we're going to sort of kind of get to the contestants in a little while, but it's just a case of, just using their offers, and they're going to explain what their offers are in a second, getting their offers out to the market, booking calls, taking people through their presentations and really helping people and getting as many calls booked as possible. I think 2 booked calls, I think, is a good stat to kind of get things pushing. So just gonna unmute, Maggie, first of all. Just tell us exactly what you do, who you serve, and yeah, just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Maggie. I am a chaos clarity coach, and I came up with the Empower Her Business Blueprint. So I serve women entrepreneurs, women coaches who want to take their coaching business to the next level. And I specialize in helping them create offers. So helping them get really clear on exactly what it is in their offer that is going to be magnetic to their audience. And a lot of what I do is done with you. So not only are you getting the coaching from me, you're also getting teaching with me. So you get to learn and be coached, which is really something that is not happening a ton in the coaching industry right now.
Okay, brilliant. And I like the fact that you've spoken about offer creation and things like this, which I think is the actual backbone of a business, because it's whenever I would launch an offer, it's almost as though, like, when I did my market research, I was sure, then bang, it's like even now in terms of my offer, slightly changing it to, rather than a Sensei conversion system, I help you get premium clients using a 7-minute Zoom call plus Google document. But how did I get that offer? Market research, speaking with, being in the group with 400 buyers, and then putting the offer out there and sort of kind of seeing. So yeah, perfect. That sounds amazing. And let's speak with Dr. Ego. Just let us know in terms of what you're doing, and let us know.
Hey everyone. So I am specializing in helping coaches to just become more visible to their target audience. So something we discussed actually recently, Jay and myself and Maggie, was just the fact that probably like 2 to 5% of people are actually showing up online. It's a small number of people who are actually active users of social media. So I want to take coaches from just consuming content and engaging to actually creating things that are valuable and help to attract their target buyers and become visible to premium clients, and learn how to take that from content to through to their offer, really gaining a lot more structure and clarity around that, building their confidence to talk about that, and to land clients.
Visibility
that's the business, isn't it?
No, of course it is. And I'm in my office today, and there was a work experience student, like in high school, and he studied business studies. And then I asked him, what's the most important thing? Is it the product or promotion? He said, it's got to be the product. If you've got the best product. But then I said, how about McDonald's? Have McDonald's got the best burger in town? No, they don't. But they're the most visible. So that's the key with visibility. And in this marketplace that we're in right now, hey, shops on the high street, in the malls, some of these shops aren't getting traction. Why? Because they're not visible. So that's why you have to be online, and you have to be looking to succeed. And so, before we get questions from both of you, I think this challenge ultimately is about having your offer, being confident in your offer, and finding people that need the help. Look, Maggie, I know that people need help with their offer. They're out there. So the more value that we add to these people, we find a way to add value. And then, after we add value, it's like this morning, I booked a call with someone just by simply just giving a couple of suggestions in the DMs, having a conversation. And hey, look, would you want to go a bit deeper into the voice notes? And if it's good value you're giving, then why not? Because I think there's a big problem with trust in this industry right now. People have been burnt before, and so the best thing we can do is in advance help, in advance show that we can care, and things like this. So people need help with their offer for sure. And Dr. Ego, people definitely need help to get visible. I was speaking with one of my clients in Canada today, and she was saying, hey, look, I'm in all of these paid memberships, but I haven't used any yet. I'm in 3 or 4, but I've not used. Why not? Lack of visibility, and she does a very good job. She's an expert, but lack of visibility. So yeah, let's roll with some questions. Look, we've got about 20 minutes here. Let's take one each, Dr. Ego, and then Maggie, just about how to kind of land that client as quickly as possible. Any advice might be helpful for other people as well. Let's go. So Dr. Ego, first question about landing clients in this 10K in 10-day challenge. Wow.
So I love some of your systems around finding places where people hang out. So perhaps that's something you can just help to just give a bit of clarity around, whether it's groups, picking groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think with groups, anywhere you have people who are posting, engaging, writing content, if they're spamming a group and people are just trying to sell stuff, or the group is public, then that's no good. But if there's engagement, if people are writing some value in there and values being seen, if there's opportunity for you to kind of get some engagement, because with engagement comes conversations. Also, if there's a paid community, I know some groups have paid communities, and you can simply go and network in these communities. It's recently I got into a paid community with maybe about 600, 700 people in this community. And if you're adding value in this community and showing up in this community, then we know that potentially there could be an opportunity to help people and add value. So I'd say if there's a paid community and if the group's got engagement, and then you have to think, look, I want my content to shine. It comes down to how good is your content, Hey there, Manly, you all good? Yeah, but it comes down to how good is your content. Because if your content is very good, they know. If your content is, they know. So it's having very good content. Yeah, so that's what I'd say. Maggie, your question.
So I think I want your opinion on market research and knowing when it's enough. So let me preface this by saying a lot of people, a lot of coaches that I come into contact with, they're like, oh, I'm still in the research phase. I'm still working through some things. I'm still talking to people. So instead of taking messy action and doing some market research, right? Because that's important. But when is enough, and when do you take that messy action, that messy first few steps to know, is this going to work? Isn't it going to work?
Yeah, I think, look, I'm a perfect example here of I've just sort of kind of tweaked my offer. So I'm a great example. What we want to do is get it validated, get in a space, you're both in spaces where you got thousands of paid members, right? Hey guys, look, here's my offer. I help coaches to get visible to sign premium clients. What do you think of that offer? And they'll help you and they'll tell you. And then you look at the research and then you believe them. It's I'll give you an example. There's little things I was going to put, hey, 7-minute Zoom presentation. And then people told me presentation sounds a bit salesy. So, even though it is maybe some sort of presentation, you don't have to necessarily elaborate on whiteboard session. It's whiteboard, are we in a school? So it's, you can still call it a call, right? And so it's almost as though what market research does is it just allows you to just get a bit of confidence. So get some validation, get some opinions, but qualified opinions. And what I mean by qualified opinions, someone who has paid. It's I think I've made the mistake sometimes of asking my uncle, what do you think of it? Hey, it is very good. It sounds go for it. You have to go for it now. But ultimately, my uncle's not going to be buying the product. So if we're blessed to be in communities where people have paid to promote in the community, or paid, they are serious people. They are buyers. So when buyers give you the signal, you have to believe buyers. You have to believe them. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Was that enough, Maggie, or like did I sort of answer the question in terms of?
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's good for me to hear, but also validating for me to know, because I get previously to this, I have been stuck in the research phase, the market research phase for so long and not taken action, right? So that was also a motivation for being part of this challenge, was to help me take messy action and to validate.
We have to take action. We have to take action. Look, and sometimes things might not work out, right? So I think also what's important is to know, as coaches, we have to be coaching. So whether that's 4 people who are in your network or 4 people that you've spoken to, you have to find a way maybe to say, hey, look, a good way of doing things to get some calls, guys, is in the Women Helping Women group, or like groups where you can promote. Hey, look, I'm looking for some research on my visibility offer in exchange for a $5 Starbucks voucher and some feedback. Yeah, whatever it might be. So look, I want to take you through. I've got a new offer. I'm looking for 5 people to like give me some feedback on it in exchange for whatever it might be. Starbucks, and then you might pay $50 in 10 people who have jumped on. $50 might, get you a sale. $50 gives you that conviction and certainty. Oh, this is good stuff, or if it's not, then, so I think in these 10 days, what I want to be saying is, look, you're getting calls booked. Yeah, no reason not to get calls booked, because we don't have to call them sales calls, but, sort of kind of get them in there. Dr. Ego, let's go. Next one.
Yeah, so another question is just about how to have a bit of a clearer strategy with different types of content. Because I know you said before, some types of content, you might not get that much engagement with. How do you strike a balance between, different forms of content, the long and the short, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're a visibility coach, right? So the whole point of the engagement post is to get visible, is so people know, all right, there's a new person in town, and then like once you're visible, then you want to establish yourself as the authority. So how do you establish yourself as the authority? Well, you might create a 10-minute video, and then potentially, in the description, this video shows how to get visible. By the way, I've got like a 20-minute training on this, which shows you how to, whatever it might be. Like, what does visibility really mean? Well, it means getting visible in your stories. It might do a live, do a podcast. So, we shouldn't get sort of kind of discouraged that we don't do all of the things. But I think having one element or 4 elements that work for us, we can share that, and some people are going to vibe with that. So what I would say is, each week have at least one long form piece of content, which might be writing, or sometimes videos work. If it's a video like this, give away something, give away a training or like PDF, or if it's some long form content, it's long form and it lets people know. But I think what we can maybe do in the early stages, get as much attention as possible. Hey, look, this worked for my student who did 13K in 30 days. She simply said, I'm looking for 5 female entrepreneurs who want to tweak their offer in order to attract more high ticket clients. And she didn't even post that in the female entrepreneur group, or the Women Helping Women. It was as simple as that. And we have to believe at any given stage, 3% of people are ready. So when we're starting off, I think the key is attention. So maybe you might do one long form, but I just do box like market research posts, or hey, looking for 5 people to test drive my offer in exchange for Starbucks. Or you might see a promote post, you might find 5 people on there. You're going to say, all right, let me find 10 people on this promote post who might be my ideal client. And you comment on their comment, and then you DM them, say, look, this is what I'm doing. Love to get some feedback on my offer. Love to take you through a whiteboard session. I think the whiteboard session has been my saving grace, because like as soon as you say, hey, do you want to hop on a call? It's like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, he's going to sell me. But I say whiteboard session and people still have, hey, I've not got any money, or hey, I'm working with a coach already. Hey, just to say, I hope it's not a sales call. And I'm saying a whiteboard session. So yeah, what I'd say, get as much attention as possible. So market research post, feedback on my offer, Starbucks, market research, Starbucks. Look, I've got a 20-minute training to give away. Bang. Whatever it might be, get some attention, and then you get some people coming your way. If your posts aren't landing, go to the comments, is what I'd say. Maggie. Sorry, Dr. Ego, did that help? Was that helpful? Or?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Cool. Maggie.
So I think something that comes up for me a lot is I'll start out a challenge feeling really good, like really confident. And then after a couple days, that confidence kind of starts to fall off if I'm not getting the results that I want. So I guess a question would be like, how do I keep that high vibe of like, yes, some people will tell me no, but some people are also going to tell me yes. So how do you navigate that ups and
I
downs?
think it's the intention. Like, if you intensify your intention, I've got some good stuff here. I've got some great stuff. And I've got to get this great stuff out there. If you believe you have the cure for cancer that is in the industry, or like, both of you are in the top 10% of women being visible. So it's almost as though, look, if you believe that you have the cure, is it about you getting the result or them getting the result? You helping them? I would switch it around. I'd switch the focus. Because look, sometimes I had a post that got 200 comments yesterday. Today, posted 6 comments, and stuff. I could say, damn, I've got 6 comments, but tomorrow's another day. Maybe that didn't land. Tomorrow's another day, to sort of kind of get visible and help and make offers. Look, I think your conviction and what you do will show in your ability to make. People don't make offers. People don't say, hey, look, I'd love to help you on that. I'd love to serve you on that. People don't make offers because they're afraid of rejection. So what I would say is intensify your engagement. Guys, let's put our hands on our hearts now, just quickly. Hands on our hearts. And then just really sort of kind of close our eyes and really feel in our hearts that we want to serve, that we want to give, that we want to help. Intensify that intention. We're here to give, not to get results, but to give results. Let's open our eyes. If we're here to give results, to give process, if we're here to give, it changes the framing, right? Is that making sense? I spoke about the 4
totally.
I spoke about the 4 levels of motivation. First motivation, 10K months, which is why that's a bad form of promo. Hey, who wants to make a 10K month? Everybody, yeah, me. Hey. Second form is avoid pain. I hate my job. 95% of people, according to polls, hate their jobs. I didn't hate my job as a high school teacher. I didn't hate it because I'm still sort of teaching, so I still love teaching, right? And then we come up to the area of some sort of internal motivation. It's for your mom. It's for your son. It's to prove your husband wrong, to step into yourself, step into your belief. This is what I was born to be. This is my identity. This is my standard. To teach and not expect anything back. Let your teaching do the talking, right? This is the sort of kind of industry that we're in. And then the final is, look, you know that there's so many people suffering, they're not visible. And you're helping them, right? I see it all the time. There's people who they want to be visible, but they're not. Help them to be visible. Dr. Ego, your question.
So yeah, I was just thinking about like how to structure your whiteboard call, because that's something that's like a really tangible step that we'll be taking in these next 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you the example of my student that did 13K in 30 days, 5K in that 6 days. What it comes down to, you have to study the examples that I send you through, but know that it comes down to when someone's on the call, where are you? Where do you want to be? So where are you? Where do you want to be? Number one. Okay. Take them through the process. And this is what I did before I had any results. I remember my very first whiteboard session. I studied offer creation, like Alex Hormozi's book, like read that back to front. And then when someone came to me, I think on the 30th of December, and said that they needed help with their offer, I was ready. So I guess if your thing is visibility, what's your formula? And I know you got the boss formula. Embody that, like start sort of kind of getting people on a whiteboard. That's going to be the fastest way. Yeah. Because when you're starting out off and you're trying to do long form posts and things like that, that's okay, but that's a bit slow. We should be looking to connect with 20 people every day. We should be looking to post 2 or 3 posts in groups that can get people to come our way, just to sort of kind of, just so we can make this 10K, right? Just so we can kind of get some people on calls. But if we're not getting people on calls, I'm going to be saying, look, at the end of the day, look, why aren't we booking calls with people? If you've got a system, if we've got an offer in place and a process in place, then, you know, that's the most important thing. So, yeah. Maggie?
I think for me right now, I guess knowing that, like, how do you know if your content is or is not landing, right? Like if you are taking the steps, connecting with 20 people per day, you know, starting those conversations, but like things aren't landing and you're not booking those calls, like what do you do? I guess it's kind of like that ER visit, right? Like what do you do in the moment to start to shift as you are going through this challenge? Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's being wary, also being mindful that maybe an angle might not work. You know, I think today I put an angle, British bloke, people might not know what British bloke is or something like that. Bang, it might turn people off, right? Where maybe if I might have kept it more simple, then people are going to more resonate. So I think it's looking at, number one, all right, what sort of feedback are you getting from the market? And maybe if you're not getting the right feedback, then maybe getting feedback, put it in the group. Hey, look, posted this, it didn't land or it landed. But I think when we do our market research on the group and see what posts are landing, it puts us in the right position, first of all, because we kind of know that engagement posts work. We kind of know that value posts might work. So say, for example, you both are in paid communities where you can just go in and put your lead magnet in there. Hey guys, look, this is my offer. This is what I'm doing on it. Any feedback on it? Or hey guys, in these groups, you can say, look, I'm just looking for a little test drive of my offer. Look, any people in here willing to just go through it? It's a visibility offer. And maybe subconsciously, the people that need to get visible are going to say, yeah. So you could do that in the Women Helping Women, both of you. Hey, look, any women here need this? I'm looking for some feedback. That's an easy way to book like 5 calls like that. Oh yeah, me. And they're all buyers. They're all buyers. You know what I mean? So that's the element of things. Connect with buyers. I think that's the shortcut, right? And you know, that's it. You know, Dr. Ego, have you joined those sorts of communities, like the paid elements of them?
Yes, I'm in the Women Helping Women entrepreneurs.
Have you posted in there yet?
Yes, I posted yesterday.
No, but there's another smaller group.
Yes, I posted. I think so. I think I posted in there yesterday as well.
Cool. I mean, look, you know, there's smaller groups, there's bigger groups. Like, I think it's just about that element of getting visible. But yeah, cool. We'll leave it there. So, you know, we'll probably check in the next 1 or 2 days, maybe do another one of these to see where we're at and what we expect. The KPI, 2 whiteboard sessions a day. 2 a day. That's that. So, you know, if we offer 5 people a session, you'll get at least 2. But to get yourself in a position to offer the sessions, what works well is by giving some sort of value up front, like giving them some help up front potentially. Or you could book a whiteboard session straight from a group. Hey, looking for 3 people to take through my new offer, and then that works as well. Alrighty, cool. Thank you guys for your time and checking out. Say bye, guys. Bye. 10K challenge, baby.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.